The Vue Router package also has much more to offer than just switching between components. It can also be used to pass data in the form of params and also query strings too. So when working with URLs, just like we are here, we're currently working with the home and the /about link. We also may want to add additional pieces of information such as params, just like a user, and often we may want pieces of additional information such as queries passed to our URL. And these have a question mark like this, and then we'll see some additional information such as this. And we're now going to take a look at how we can work with both params and queries inside of the Vue Router. So let's go over to our app.vue, where we have our two router links. And first we'll take a look at params or parameters, which are kind of like variables for a given route. In the router link, we can add these inside of our toProp. Remember earlier, we looked at adding variables just like we had here, and this is the commented out example. What I'm going to do is to remove the named route. In fact, we'll just comment this out and then duplicate this so we can keep this fully intact. We can set up the path just like we had earlier. This is going to link to a particular user ID which we have stored in this object. So the path, since we're using variables, we can insert these with the backticks. We'll say /user, and then we may want to have the user ID like we have here. Using JavaScript, place this in with user.id. We'll change this to the user link, and then we can see we've got this user link now updated. And if we click on this, we see our user and then the variable which is just afterwards. This is our ID of 1234, but we don't currently have a corresponding component to render. So what we're going to do is to change the about view, and we'll say user view, and we're changing this. We also need to go over to our router and then the index.js. We'll change the about view to user view. This has been updated here too. The second component, the name of user, and now we also need to change this to be /user. Now if we click on this, we'll still see, even though we're on /user, that we have an issue inside the console. We don't have any matches for /user and then / our user ID. This is because we are not taking into account the full URL with this path. We're going to have a variable. We could, if we wanted to, add /1234. Keep this hard coded, and then we'll see we're taken to the about page. And let's change this to user page so it's consistent. We can still see we're taken to the correct page, but the problem we may have is if we have a different user ID. If we have somebody else log in, this route is not going to be found. So instead, we need to be able to capture any different URL which is added and effectively treat this section as a variable. And the way to do this in the router's index page is, rather than having a hard-coded value like this, we can use the colon and capture the value inside of a variable called ID. Now the Vue Router package now understands that this section or this segment of the URL is a variable and could change, and it will still render our user view. So now we can type in anything we want to, and this is always displayed. So the next thing to think of is, how can we get this user information into our page or component? Well, if we think about this, if this is a user and we want to grab the unique user ID, we maybe want to display this or something like the username in the component. The way to do this is by using this variable name which we gave inside the path. So remember, we've called this ID. If we go to the user view, we can access the current route information inside the double curly braces using $route. Let's save this and refresh. And we can see all of the current route information is displayed. We have the full path, which is exactly what we see inside the URL bar. We have the name which we set up in the router file, and we also have the params where we can see the ID is currently matching what we have here. And this is exactly how we can access this ID information inside of our component. We're currently displaying the route. Since this is an object, we can say .params.id to capture this value which is entered. So let's try this. Route.params.id. And now any value which we add in this ID segment is going to be displayed inside of the template. Also, just as a side note too, as well as using $route, we can also access $router. And this gives us a little bit more information about all of the router features. We can see things such as the options, where we have the history mode set. We can see the current route. We can see all of our routes, which is set up as an array. Here we have the home and also the second route, which is our user. This is all the same router information we have set up inside of our router page. So once again, $router will give you more information about the full router package. $route will only display information about the current route which we are visiting. So this isn't always the way we want to go if we want to access variables or information in our template. We may also want to include these in our JavaScript too. And the way we can do this, if we're using the composition API, which we currently are, let's say we have a script, and we'll make use of script setup. We can also import these from the router package. So use route. And we can see here by the information, this is the equivalent of $route, which we just used. This is all the information about our current route, including the params. And if you wanted to, you could also import use router. And this is the equivalent of $router. We want to import these from the Vue Router package. And then we access these just like we would do with any other composables in Vue. So use route, we'll call them as a function, and store the return value inside of a variable. So let's say const route is equal to this. And then if we duplicate this, we can also access the router. Place in a console log for route. Refresh, and we can see the information is placed inside of our tag object. We have the name, the params, the queries which we're going to look at soon, the full path which we are currently on. And now we are free to use any pieces of these information inside of our code. It's also worth noting too, you can have multiple dynamic segments inside the URL. So as well as this, you could also say / and insert a new variable inside of here. And then all you need to do is to go to the router's index page and set up a new variable to capture this information. And now this will be available using this name. As well as this, the Vue Router can also handle query strings too. If you've not used a query string before, they are a way of passing some additional information in a URL. Just like we kind of looked at early on, you may have seen a URL which looks just like this. So let's go back to our first or our home URL. You may see something which looks like this with a question mark, and then we can say user is equal to any particular string. And then we can add multiple pieces of information separated by the ampersand. So we can say plan equal to monthly and name. And we can go on and add as many of these as we want to. So we can access our user, we can access our plan, and we can access our name because these are separated after this question mark. So let's take a look at how we can use these. These query strings can be accessed locally, or they can also be sent to the server. A typical use case for this would be with a HTML form. So let's go over to our user view. Let's place in a form. Remove the action since we want Vue.js to handle this. And we'll quickly set up a form with an input, type of text, and the name is going to be equal to user. So this name section when working with queries is going to be really important. We'll see this inside the query string. Let's just set up one more. We'll say the location and input, the name of location, And then finally, a button to submit this form. So the type of submit, and any text inside of here is fine. And to see this, go over to the browser, make sure we are on the user route, fill in the name, the location, and hit send. And you can see instantly, as soon as we do this, separated by a question mark, we have our two pieces of information. We have the user equal to Chris, and also the location equal to UK. And both of these are captured since we added the name attribute to each one of our inputs. And both the user and also the location will be sent to the server with the form when we submit. If you don't know anything about forms or sending forms to the server, don't worry about that information. All we need to know here is, with this example, and when using forms, these queries or these query strings are added to our URL automatically. But when working with the Vue Router package, we can also add these manually too and access them inside of our pages or components. Let's go over to our app.vue, which has our router links. And for this one, we'll place it inside the home link, inside the object, separated by a comma. We can set up our query, which is equal to an object. And then inside of here, just like any other object, we'll add our object key and our object values. And for this example, let's place it in a token, which can be any string of text. And you can also insert variables inside of here if you want to. Give this a save. And now to access this token inside of our components, since we're on the home link, jump into the home view. And from here, inside the double curly braces, again, we can access $route for the current route. Into the home link. There's all of our information. And you can see inside of here, we have this query, which is equal to our token. So we can narrow this down with route.query, which gives us our token. And we can also just access the value with .token. And if you also take a look at the URL, you can see our token has now been applied. So this is a convenient way of passing small pieces of information between our routes, something such as access tokens, user IDs, or any small piece of information.